name's Albert Soady, and have I got a buck story for you. In fact, I guarantee you right now you ain't gonna believe it. Now you're gonna walk out of here saying, I didn't believe a word that old youper said. And I won't blame you if you do, because I didn't believe it either, and I was there. Sure as I'm standing here. Well, if you're sure I'm standing here, which is what this story's all about, eh? Holy wow, what am I thinking? Talk about putting your cart in front of your horse. Well, those of you that's got a pint, now's the time to pull it out. Those that ain't got no whiskey, well, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves for traveling light. A man without a drink in his hand is a man on his way to get a drink. And if he ain't on his way to get a drink, he must be from the DNR. That's the Department of Natural Resources, and don't get me started on them. Alrighty then. Now, the tale I'm about to tell starts out in November of '89 in the soady deer camp located just north of Escanaba, Michigan. That's in the Upper Peninsula for those of you who don't know nothing. Say, how many of you here ever been to the UP? And by the UP, I don't mean Mackinac Island. I'm talking about your Big Bays, your Michigamis, your Ontonogans. How many of you here ever been to Ontonagon? Jesus crumps, I'm swimming on a frozen pond. Well, for those of you who don't know much about the Superior State, there's a couple of things that need to be explained. First thing, in the UP, we don't explain nothing. It's not that we're unfriendly by nature. It's just that if we wanted a company, we'd have let you build your bridge a lot sooner. You should also know that we think of anybody that lives below the Big Mac Bridge as trolls, lopers, flatlanders, apple knockers, and my personal favorite, fudge suckers. How many of you flatlanding, apple-knocking, fudge-sucking trolls ever ate a pasty? Hey, sir, I said pasty, not pasties. That's two different things. A pasty is a delicious meat pie made out of meat, potatoes, rutabagas, and lard. If you're lucky enough to meet a gal who can make a good pasty pie, grab her by the hand and take her to camp. Well, that's what I did. Finnish gal by the name of Big Betty Blue, God rest her soul. Not only could she make the best pasty pie in town, she was also the only girl in Escanaba that owned a toothbrush. Unfortunately, she only used it to comb her eyebrows, and don't get me started on that. You should know, if you don't already, that in the UP we got some of the best hunting and fishing in the whole world. Trout streams clear as glass with a rainbow jump right out of the water onto your hook. Bear, as tall as Norway pine. Wolf, moose, beaver, wild turkey, quail, rabbit, fox, and of course, the bucks. Holy water, we got the bucks. Big as Buicks, racks that stretch across the straits. Well, you could slice the venison off of one Superior State buck, feed the whole state of Wisconsin. But before you jump in your Winnipegers and drive up north, you need to know about the other UP. The part only the Indians understand. And don't get me started on them. My oldest boy married one, full-blooded Ojibwa, goes by the name of Old Wolf Moon Dance. Strange gal to say the least, but I'm getting ahead of myself. And as great-grandpa Alphonse always used to say, if you don't know where to start, go back to the beginning, eh? Alrighty then. From the loins of our union, Big Betty Blue bore two boys, Reuben and Rimner. Tell you right up front, they're not the sharpest tools in a shed. Many a times I thought to myself, Albert, you should have raised hogs. At least then you'd have had ham.
Hello!
Hello!
Is this the soady deer camp?
You found it.